Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today in Hockey Ultimate Team, we got some international items as well as an upgrade to one of the biggest X factors in the game. I'll also give you a team update and talk about some of the Team of the Year cards that I was able to make. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you give the video a like. It really helps me out with the algorithm. And ask me some questions. I'm always down to answer in the comment section. Subscribe. That would also help. All right, let's get into the content. Alrighty, we'll kick things off with the 88 Ryan Ellis with Spark and Light the Lamp as well as Distributor, getting his speed and acceleration up to 91 and 90 respectively. Shot power's at 90 overall. Hand stats are all above 90. Body checking does get up to 90 overall as well. So that is pretty key because he is only 5'10". Does have tape to tape, which is a nice superstar ability. I'm not going to lie, it is pretty tough to use a defenseman that is under 6 foot, but he does have very good body checking at 90 overall. If you are someone who really needs a speedy defenseman, that's going to be pretty cheap. This card is not going to be highly sought after, so he probably does fall around the 40K range. He could be half decent for you. You're going to have to pair him with someone big. Not a terrible option. Also helps you get Spark and Distributor activated, as those are both, it's very difficult to activate both of them. So just something to keep an eye out for there. And then we got one of the biggest World Juniors in the 90 overall, Jordan Eberle, for his historic goal in the World Juniors. He does have Fly the Zone as well as Distributor, which is important because Jordan Eberle cards are always pretty rough. He does get up to 91 speed with both activated and 90 acceleration. The hard part is to activate both of these. It's going to be tough. I mean, you're going to have to split up some of your cards because, again, most of you are going to choose Distributor. It's much better than Fly the Zone, in my opinion. So it is going to be tough to activate. But if you have, 10 players that have speed synergies, then you could be in business. As his shot is over 90, his hand stats are all above 94. Defensively, he's not very good, but for a speedy right-handed winger, this could be half decent. Again, his shot total is pretty nice. I still would rather have like the 88 Matthew Barzal, but if he goes to the bare minimum, it could be okay. I'm not terribly excited with the beauty backhand zone ability either, so this is probably one I would just leave unless he goes for like the bare minimum, whatever 90s go for. Jack Hughes has popped off lately. He gets a prime time up to 84 overall, does have Thief as well as Heart and Soul. Just not very good synergies there. Thief does help out, but he's still not really high enough to be a center, and he doesn't have a very good build for it, so you're going to play him on the wing. 89 speed, 91 acceleration. I think that there are just better players out there. I mean, like, you could go out and get the, 89 McDavid, but even cheaper, like Kuznetsov, for example, I'd much rather have than this Jack Hughes. So this is probably going to be an avoid for me all the way around. Just not fast enough for the size that he brings. And like I said, there are other options that are quicker and bigger. We also got the 88 overall Jack Campbell with Protector and Bombarded as well-rounded. And those just aren't very good synergies for most players because you're not looking to activate either, really. Does have No Timer, which is not a bad superstar ability. However, if you're going to be under 6'6" and use a goaltender, he's going to need gold post-to-post. We've seen the meta now. Koskinen just was not that good of a goaltender from the community, and he looked to be perfect in terms of stats and size. However, the Vasilevsky as well as Carey Price has clearly been better, and the only similarity there is they're 6'3", so they're not gigantic, but they do have gold post to post. So if they're not going to be 6'6", unless they have post to post, is really not going to be something I'd recommend here with the 88 Jack Campbell. And lastly, for prime times, we've got the 93 Alex Ovechkin with Workhorse and Magician, which is a nice combo. Acceleration goes to 91, and agility gets up to 93, as well as his deking and puck control is maxed. Has 1T, which is nice. I like it as a superstar ability, not as a zone ability. And then Thunderclap, you don't want a point shot on a winger, just not a good zone ability for him, but regardless, statistically very, very good. His hand stats are almost max. Body checking is phenomenal. His shot is almost maxed out as well. Alex Ovechkin cards have been great ever since he got up into the 90s. So definitely a very, very good card. I'd much rather have his X Factor, though. Like, if you could sell this to invest in his X Factor, he's going to be one of the best for the rest of the year. Speaking of his X Factor, like I said, he is one of the best ones. I do have him. Taking a look at what it'll look like if you were to activate and get him up to 93. I run a Magician as well as Distributor and Booming Shot on him. He does unlock Light the Lamp, but Booming Shot is far better. I don't really like any of his superstar abilities either, but 91 speed, 96 agility, his shot is maxed. You see it there. Body checking's up at 98. Obviously, an extremely good card. He also plays much faster than his stats indicate. So really just all around one of the better cards. Will cost 3 power-up collectibles, which is a little pricey, but definitely worth it. I will say this, you can hold off rushing to get him to 93 if you have him at 92, because his speed does not go up, so he doesn't get a big speed jump there. So just keep that in mind. Now, guys, I wanted to give you a team update. Here is what I am running currently with Lemieux, Zetterberg, and the 96 Connor McDavid. So I mentioned, unless you have the 94 X Factor McDavid, I really wouldn't invest in him because it is just absolutely insanity in terms of the price. The 94 does offer a big enough discount to get him to 96 and then use the discount to get this one. You can see down here, I play Division 1 and Hut Champs. I've played 31 games. He has 31 goals for me and 7 assists. He's a plus 35. I run Elite Edges, which, again, just makes him an absolute demon in the corner, as well as Silver Wheels. I'll say this, if you are running McDavid, I haven't really noticed Unstoppable Force. The one thing I've seen with this Connor McDavid card is he loses his balance if he gets checked at all. And I'm not talking about getting bumped. He is able to hold people off the puck, but I've turned it off, and I haven't noticed any difference. So I'm saving the 8 points and using him elsewhere. But still, just an absolute phenomenal card. His wrist shot is automatic. His slap shot is a missile from way out. And then that skating is just unmatched right now. I've also been using the 93 Mikko Rantanen, and in my video about Team of the Year cards, I had him rated below Fox and kind of interchangeable depending on if you needed a winger or a forward, or a defenseman. My view has changed a little bit after using him. I will say that Fox is still a good card, but Mikko Rantanen, much like Alex Ovechkin, is big at 6'4", but plays faster. I do have wheels activated on him, but just plays a lot quicker. If you can get his agility is 94 and his deking at 98, he's just felt pretty quick and agile when, again, I'm focusing on using the L2s and the half spins in the corner. He's just felt very good. I don't really think any of his other abilities are necessary, so I'm just running wheels, but he has been a phenomenal card, and for anyone that was kind of nervous about making him, even if you are someone in the lower divisions and you don't really control play all that well, he's fast enough, I've found, or big enough to hold people off while you're trying to score off the rush. So don't be worried about him. He is very, very good and definitely gets an approval, and you're going to have a maxed out card for the rest of the year. On defense, I've got the 93 Adam Fox. In 28 games, he's got a goal, 12 assists, 30 plus 31. I will say this, I don't notice him at all, but that might be because who I'm playing him with on my first line. He does have quick pick. That's the only thing I activate on him. In reverse, I almost activated, but again, the player I use with him is who I'm defending the rush with 9 times out of 10. He does play extremely fast. When you have the puck with him, you notice it. And when you're trying to get back while defending the rush, you also notice it. I really thought that his 95 body checking, what I have with him with Spark and Booming Shot, would make him be able to bump people off the puck, but it's still having a little bit of issues with it. He doesn't quite feel like that Cale Makar from NHL 21. He's still one of the fastest players in the game, and again, like I said, the ability to defend the rush because of that speed and break the puck out has been phenomenal, so again, don't feel worried about making him. It's just his body checking did not do as much as I hoped it would. And then we've got Victor Hedman. 31 games, he's got 3 goals, 12 assists, and is a plus 33. Unbelievable. This card feels like Adam Foote did at the beginning of the game. I run Distributor, Light the Lamp, and Workhorse on him, so he's got 91 speed, 90 acceleration. His reach and stride is just extremely huge. So the ability to cover the blue line, like, it is almost impossible if you are back skating and the player is in front of you, because he's got shutdown as a zone ability, it is automatic poke-check off the stick. And then his intercepts with quick pick have been phenomenal. I haven't put in reverse on him because I haven't needed to. If I find that I'm defending the rush too much and he's getting beaten a little too much while I'm back skating, I might throw it on, but I just haven't needed to. An incredible card, one of the best, if not the best card to use defensively. He's been an absolute problem. Like, that's the only way to describe him. And when I'm going up against them, he's so hard to get around. You've got a few days left, guys, this week. Make sure, if you're going to make one, it's this Victor Hedman. So those are the only Team of the Year cards I have right now. Only, I'm saying I have 4. The rest of the team, the 91 Kyrou. If you have Kyrou, activate Elite Edges on him. It's unbelievable. He feels like Connor McDavid with him. He's been so much fun to use. I've thrown him onto the second line. If he gets any more goals in the next little while, he's one of the best right-handed wingers already. He's going to be even more nuts. I've got Ovechkin with Eichel and Duchesne, and then I've got Jack Hughes with Matthews and McKinnon. On defense, my second pairing of Gonchar and Weber, and then Hamilton and Byram. Hamilton is going to be out for quite some time, so if you were looking for a tiebreaker, it might be that he's probably not going to receive an upgrade for a bit unless he's got a master set planned in the next little while. So just keep that in mind. He's not going to get any more team of the week or prime times in the next little bit. And then in net, I'm still using the 87 Carey Price. The card is just incredible. I'm 105 and 33 in Division 1 and Hut Champ. The saves he makes are just bananas to me. Goal post to post is the meta. I haven't even needed to upgrade him to his 89. If you're not going to get Vasilevsky, just grab the Carey Price. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.